Hi everybody, I'm Mike Cervantes, Editor-in-Chief of Daily Girth. Welcome to our newest podcast, Girthcast I should say. And today we got a topic that might not survive the end of the month. We all know what's coming up, so before we talk about the context,
Messing up today, huh?
I am messing up today, yeah. We got to introduce everybody. We got, today, Death Dealer.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
And we got the Rollmite.
It's me.
And joining us today, we have Stony Tony.
Hey, how's it going?
Is that for your first time?
You're a rookie.
He's breaking the cherry today.
I'm wet.
I'm glad I could be your first.
Hopefully it all goes well with them,
The
man.
first day of the Girth.
Anyway, our topic that we have going today is the end of the world.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes, dun dun dun. According to all the prophecies, December 21st, 2012, that is going to be the end of the world. What's up with that? Why would they pick such a day for that? First of all, where does it come from?
First of all, how do they even know back then? You know, it's all like ancient, like in now time. How did we not figure it out?
Well, it was according to the Mayan calendar,
Look
right?
at the stars, man. Look up in the sky. The stars speak to you.
Yeah, I mean,
That's bull.
it seemed kind of bogus to me that they would come up with some type of prophecy. I mean, how the hell did they know that? Personally, I think that they just couldn't count to December 22nd, 2012, and they're like, oh shit, that's it. Like a little kid.
You can
when
only
they're
count
You
this
know what,
high.
Mike?
Yeah.
They ran out of room on the stone, you know?
Probably.
There wasn't enough room
There
on
was
the
a
wall.
Probably,
you
yeah.
know, to write.
I think
They didn't
Yeah.
translate at the
That's
bottom.
what
It
they-
said,
never
like,
mind.
just keep going. Like, there was a note, they ran out of space or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like the kid when they're first learning to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And after 10, they're like, shit, what comes after 10, you know?
Nobody told them.
No, yeah, they don't know, so fuck.
They didn't know you could just make up numbers in your head.
The calculator didn't go up to it.
Back then, they were the guys who could make it up.
Yeah, you know, so I don't pay much attention to that, but a lot of people are. So we're gonna give it a discussion today. So first thing that we're gonna talk about is, if the world were to end, how would it end? How does this thing, how's it gonna go down? Death Dealer, what say you?
There's a number of ways that I could bring up, but I got like one or two that I kind of think about most.
Okay, personally, how do you think it's gonna go down?
Let's go.
The first one I could probably like say, the one in that super volcano.
Okay.
Yeah, in Yellowstone. If that goes up, man, that could like I said, it could almost like it's not like those little volcanoes you see. It's like a little peak or everything. You know, you see how like there's like a big canyon, there's mountains all around it.
Mhm.
You're in the volcano.
Okay.
All those things around it, you know, when that goes off, dude, all the fog and everything, that will just blanket the country, the whole, like the earth after a while.
Okay, so you say it blankets the country. Remember, something happened a few years ago. I don't remember what country it was, where there was this gigantic volcano, and it just like destroyed. Transportation and everything. So how would the super volcano affect the rest of the world?
That wouldn't be just it's not just gonna just cover it. Like it's good. It's so massive, you know. It's gonna fuck up like most of the like a good portion of the America right there, and then it's just gonna go around the world, and it's gonna cause it's gonna cause a blackout of the sun, kind of like all the rays will just start going back. It'll start kind of like an ice age type of deal.
Oh, that would definitely
And
bonus.
then once it starts like getting like that, the whiteness from the planet will reflect more of it back. So the whole Earth will just get frozen to like a snowball effect.
Damn, the
Okay.
History Channel fucking.
Wow,
lets
you know what?
man.
National Geographic.
National G right there,
I
man.
have to watch my documentaries, man.
Netflix.
I thought it was a
Documentaries in Girth.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one of your theories. You have a second
Good knowledge.
Well, the
good
second
knowledge
one
to
is
have
more
and
like
retain.
what most people see, like in movies. You know, I don't want to say The Matrix, because like the world didn't technically end. It kind of went on with them as batteries, but I'd say like machines, they could like take over, and they just want to wipe out the human race for either we're an inconvenience, we're not advanced enough. Maybe they just feel like if we make them to defend, humans just kill each other, so it's better just to kill us all off because we can't take care of ourselves. We're just gonna keep killing each other. So that's better. They'll just either start killing us off, or there'll be like some little tiny nanomachines that will they'll be able to to eat all matter.
Mm.
And it'll just eat the whole world from the inside out, you know?
Rise of the Machines, huh? Kind of like Terminator?
Yeah, probably more like that. That's what I was saying. A lot of people probably already know, you know, just they'll want to kill off the humans.
Now, will Arnold Schwarzenegger come to help us, or will he fuck us in the end?
I think he's a little too old for that at this point.
Oh, okay. All right, fair enough.
Governor.
All right.
Governor, my governor could kick your governor's ass.
Good, very
Well,
good.
I don't know what that is.
So,
No, he's doing like a new movie right now. I saw like
Oh,
a
yeah,
preview
yeah.
the other day.
Yeah,
It's all
I
like
seen Wreck-It
old.
I haven't seen Wreck-It Ralph yet.
Wreck-It Ralph? No, have you? No.
Is he in it? Is Arnold in it?
I don't think Arnold's in it. No,
What the fuck?
Anyway.
I don't know.
Oh man.
Okay, so next one. So, Rollamite, do you have a theory? How do you think the world's going to end?
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe like a big tidal wave or some shit like that. That'd
Really?
probably be a sequel, like in 2012. You know, like
You
a
know,
big ass
it's
fucking
like,
like
I'm not gonna go back to
underwater
that. Volcano
earthquake or
do
something
that.
like that. You know, like.
If there would
yeah,
have
you
to,
know what? That's true. Like an earthquake,
Cause like a
like
fucking just a
underwater or
massive wave.
something.
it would
That's
have.
why I always ask people how far is like from here, right here, we're in
I
East
know,
LA, right
like,
in
where it
like downtown
reaches.
LA. Like how fucking far could the wave come in? You know, like how far is it? Like 20 miles?
That's what you're gonna think. Like
50
a lot of
miles?
these
How far is
disasters,
it
they
here to the
cause
beach?
tsunamis. You know,
Pretty far.
they'll cause it on top, like the earth.
Like that one in what is it, Thailand or wherever the fuck?
I think we'll
How
be
far did that
underwater.
go in? You know?
It was pretty far.
Dead.
But you know what though? How would that affect the whole world? It wouldn't have to just be like an earthquake, because an earthquake here doesn't affect, you know,
Oh,
somewhere
but
in
a
the rest of the
massive
country.
one where
Yeah,
like
like a-
2012, like
yeah,
where
exactly.
like it's just like
That
2012.
that
the wave
actually
fucking
wiped
took
out
out everything,
It
dude.
did.
Everything.
So you know what? Something like that would probably have to do something with the moon, because like the placement of the moon affects
Yeah, it could
affects
be.
like the
yeah.
like the ocean, like how the
Yeah.
waves come. Have you guys seen oh damn, what was that Jim Carrey movie where he plays God?
Bruce
Oh,
Almighty.
Bruce Almighty. Remember Bruce Almighty?
yeah.
Remember the part where he gets the moon? He gets like his
Oh,
own
and he pulls
lasso
it in?
and he
Yeah.
pulls it in. And
There's
the
that
next
stuff
morning, the news reports say that there's all these fucking irregular waves coming
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
It would have to be something like that to really
Yeah, that's
mess
true.
with the tidal waves.
What? I didn't remember that part.
No, but
fuck,
there's-
that's
But
true.
the
how,
moon
like,
does do that though.
But I'm pretty sure there's like there'll probably be an earthquake that could probably do that effect. You know, with as
Maybe.
big as the Earth is and the big sheets and everything, that could probably happen.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to go on, Rollermites?
No, man. Okay.
Stony Tony, do you have a theory on how the world will end?
Fuck, you know what?
Wreck-It Ralph, man.
Wreck-It Ralph, that's what he's on
I
right
was
now.
thinking about Wreck-It Ralph, but
How does
see,
everyone
again,
Talk about Wreck-It Ralph.
if you guys haven't seen the movie,
I have. Man.
Don't give away any spoilers.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can't do no
Ah.
spoilers. You can't do that. You can't
Wreck-It
do that.
Ralph, man.
Any theories that you have on your own that you
I
think?
think just nuke, man. We're gonna get
We're,
nuked.
we're gonna kill
We're
each
gonna
other.
get nuked.
A
We're gonna
big
kill
People-
each other.
People
yeah,
have feared that.
even a couple of nukes will fuck
Yeah.
the world up. You know, just between even a small country,
Everybody wants nuclear warfare, you know.
that's
like-
gonna happen.
Well, people have feared that ever
Yeah.
since World War II.
we're getting overpopulated.
And the littler countries are getting it now
too
too.
much
You
shit's
know?
going on now. Like TV's just changed, you know. It's just like it's intense, you know. Like there's always something to watch on TV.
You know,
There's so many
like,
goddamn
you'll
people
always
in
be
the-
informed of like Iraq or something. They have nuclear
Iraq
capabilities.
does. Iran
Well,
does.
yeah.
Iran has.
Suddenly now they
has
have it.
nuclear
Or like in
arms.
China too, they got it there all of a sudden.
Who
too.
knows if their shit even works?
They're the ones that I'm
Yeah.
worried about China because they're so big. Like they're just a massive
I worry about
fucking
that too sometimes.
country, like,
it's a
They have so much
massive
land
country.
too, you know.
It's to be desert land.
But you know, if we nuke, it's like we'll all die. You know, everyone will be.
Well,
fucked.
it depends on the type of nukes. You
I
know.
don't, nah, they
Not
not
like
like
the
just
kind-
like a limited exchange. You know, that would.
Oh
even
yeah,
do
that
it.
would. Yeah, that.
Yeah, even that. You know, maybe not one and maybe two, but even still, that's already getting
So
too
is
much.
it possible like to blow up a nuke in the air?
You could
I
put
think,
up
but
in
it would
there.
still-
Yeah,
it would
but
still,
fallout-
like, it would still
fallout
have
would
effects, yeah.
And that's the same type
The
of
only
like getting
one-
effect too.
The only one I think.
it'll be a nuclear winter.
The only thing I think would be different would be in the water. If it somehow fell into the ocean, then it might be contained. I don't know. I don't know how
It
strong
might
these nukes are.
contaminate the radiation.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
There's still gonna be radiation, and that
Yeah.
could still get us in the end. But nuclear warfare is definitely.
Yeah, you know, like the 2 mile blast zone, you're out, but then you're not out because the
Yeah, the
you're
radiation
fucked. If
that's-
that gets
that's
you
around
you're
from there.
fucked. Like you just inhaling it.
Think
you know.
about if you get an X-ray. Sometimes Sometimes the person shooting the X-ray, even they're wearing a vest because you're exposed to like a little bit of radiation. Well, think about being exposed to a lot of radiation.
Yeah.
So.
That shit fucks you up.
Okay, so me here, I'm gonna go with mine right here. I personally think that this world's gonna end with aliens coming over and just tearing our asses up.
It's feasible, yeah, you know, because to them, you know, like, what if we're like, you know, nothing but the ants to them? To us, we're just like.
I think that personally we're gonna get killed. Like a good number of us are gonna be killed, but they might keep a few million of us around just as like their pets or slaves or something.
It makes sense.
I mean, there's no telling, you know, what they could do. Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum, they're not gonna figure shit out.
Yeah,
okay?
exactly.
None of this going over to the mothership. They're gonna be smarter than that. They're gonna be smarter than that. Their weapons are more sophisticated.
Yeah,
okay?
they're like coming like that.
They're scouting right now.
It's like, you know, it'd be like, you know, like attacking the big person. It's like, oh, I got him. It's like, fuck, you're not even hurting him. You know, you're doing nothing.
I think the aliens have been around forever. I think they built the pyramids. I think they've just been scouting the humans like all these years, and you know, whenever they want, you know, they can come and they can invade us.
It can happen, yeah. It's possible.
You think so? Scouting us? That's why.
Sure.
The universe as vast as it is, there could be them out there, and they could probably come in.
If they have technology that they can travel through space, and we don't, you know, if it takes us forever just to go to visit the moon or something, you know, if they have that kind of technology, certainly they could wipe us out.
Exactly, man.
It'll get all anime. Hopefully we build mechs like Gundam. Dude, I would learn to pilot a Gundam, dude. Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Robotech, man.
You know...
Nah, but Gundams are stronger.
You know, going with...
Nah, too bad that's not, like, feasible, like, or it's not even possible to make, like, a machine like that. You think so?
It'll cost, like, billions of dollars.
But why not? Why not try to make one? Or it's just because the resources and the metal, like, to make all that?
You know, the Earth, they'd have to take, like, the world, you know, unified to, like, start doing that type of stuff. Because, you know, all the countries, no one will fucking cooperate, you know?
That'd have to be like a no money, like,
like we'd all have to. It'd be like, you know, like a Robotech. You know, they all were fighting over it until the end. They're like, oh, okay.
If aliens came, then the world would have to unite into one, turn to one.
Yeah, you know, going with what Stony Tony said about the world ending with nuclear, you know, a nuclear blowout or something. That's one of the concerns that we would probably have to do against aliens. We would probably have to resort to nuclear weapons, but and hope that works. But even just using it, we're gonna fuck ourselves because of all the radiation that we'll be exposed to.
Yeah, exactly.
So that could be a combination of aliens wiping us out and us, you know, using nuclear weapons to do that.
All the explosions.
We have to figure out how to make lasers, dude.
When and if,
I mean, I think it makes sense. I think it's happening now.
Lasers?
You know? No, I think
aliens
and all that shit's happening because we are aliens ourselves. We're in this fucking planet and we're all fucking
aliens to them.
Yeah, to them,
we're aliens. Yeah,
who knows? But who knows? Those fucking aliens, when they probably just left us as changos. They left us a couple of monkeys, and then, you know, they say that we evolved and all. You know, it goes on and on. The Big Bang Theory. There's planets behind us. You know. It's
what do you mean the Big Bang Theory? They've pretty much got most of it down these days.
You know, would you consider that we're all monkeys? Would you guys...
Evolved ones, sure.
Yeah, I'd say evolved ones.
You say yeah?
Sure. Why wouldn't we be?
So we're all a couple of changos.
Oh, you think you're a kid here? Your dad was a chango. Hey, chango, come over here.
So we all have our theories on how the world's gonna end. Here are some other theories that could happen. I don't know what you guys want to think. So think of us being responsible, the humans, for these several things. Okay, bioterrorism. Could bioterrorism do us in?
Yeah, probably. I think we're dumb because we keep that stuff around, you know, because we need to have it on a list. But then, you know, it's a list that everyone can view, so some guy can just
start reading one of those bioterrorism,
and he can improve it and make it just like it would just go everywhere. Just release it in an airport. Everyone's going everywhere. And everyone will be fucked.
Yeah. Okay. It'd have to be that bioterrorism, like where like in Walking Dead and shit, you know.
Like it's just by air, you know. It's just
and then
everywhere.
It just kills everyone, dude. But would only some people be immune? Like it's just some people
no, they want to make it efficient, you know, something that would kill indiscriminately, you know. But it'd be hard to like tell. You'd feel like you have the common cold. Next thing you know, you'd be fucking dead, you know.
Don't you think that bioterrorism is like stupid in general? Because what's the use of killing everybody?
I agree, but who knows what those guys think?
Right,
man.
that's
true. They're just gonna kill themselves too. I always agree.
True. You're right.
Why are you gonna do that?
You're right.
But people do it.
Okay, here's another theory. Global warming.
I don't know how long it'll take.
That'll take a while.
But it could happen.
It's happening.
It's happening. Yeah, the world is getting warmer year by year, decade by decade, century by century, but it's not anything that any of us are going to worry about, or even our grandchildren.
Yeah, but then it's always like, oh, well,
everyone's
always like, the future will figure it out, but then it's like, we're kind of leaving them a shit future.
Yeah, but it's really nothing that we can have to think about. Not even kids, grandkids, great-grandkids. They're not going to have to deal with this, you know.
I agree with that.
We talk about economics.
It's a possibility. It's kind of, it'd probably be a little bit harder, but if I would say, you know, if it happened, the world could, you know, it can go to crap on its own, you know, the countries will get desperate, you know, for, you know, things they need, and, you know, people in general, you know, just within their countries, there might be, like, civil unrest inside each country. Mm-hmm. You know, people might start killing each other off, you know, next thing you know, shooting nukes at each other, like you're saying. You know,
okay. You think we would just, like, keep, like you said, we don't have to worry about it, then our next ones don't. Like, who worries about it, you know?
The future, every day that's
they just keep dumping it up on the next one, or?
That's exactly what their thinking is. It's like, well,
that could probably destroy
we'll be dead, you know?
But that'd take a long time for that kind of shit.
That's morbid to think about, though.
Yeah. What about
this whole Girthcast is morbid.
Well, hey, if December 21st is really the day, man, you know.
I'm staying home. I'm serious. I'm going to stay home. I'm going to get my son.
You're gonna sit there
and I'm gonna load up the gauge and I'm gonna stay in bed. I'll watch TV. I'm gonna watch the news.
Are you ready? Are you preparing for a zombie apocalypse?
I don't know. Who's trying to rob you? You know, or something.
But you know, that's a.
Who knows? Maybe zombies.
Do you guys think
that? Hold on, you know what? That's gonna happen too. Who knows? These Mayans might come back.
What the fuck?
You know, these guys, you know, when all that happened, they say 2012 dams.
Because we're going to come back and kill
It's going to open up these gates. What happens to all these Mayans come back? Like,
well, what are they going to do? You
supposedly, they all disappeared.
It's the apocalypse. It's the second coming, man. The 4 horsemen are going to come out. And they're going to all get us.
Wow.
The 4 horsemen with the Mayans are going to come out.
Well, you know, that's an interesting theory. The second coming, you know. About end of the world apocalypse, 4 horsemen and all that.
Yeah.
That if you're one of those religious people, you know, that could be another one. That could be another one like that.
So is like God and Jesus going to come down and duke it out with Satan or the Antichrist?
Yeah. I think there's some kind of battle like that. But if you read in the Bible, there's the very last chapter of it's the Book of Revelation, and they talk about how there's some giant dragon that shows up around here with all these heads and all these horns, really like scary and shit. A lot of bigger than Godzilla, crazy big.
Like you could see it on the planet moving around big.
Maybe, yeah. But
it would be like Unicron with the big head.
Yeah, maybe.
That sounds even bigger than you're like.
Well, what they described this dragon doing, it says that with its tail, it reaches up in the sky and it sweeps 1/3 of the stars and hurls them at the earth.
Wow, man, that is a lot within our galaxy. That's
just one star. If just one star hit the world, it would just fuck us forever.
But imagine it hurled them at us, like our solar system compared to that amount he's throwing. Like, what if it just passed off? But even then, that could pull us out of orbit or throw us inward towards the sun. You know,
that would definitely do a lot.
Or it would just screw up everything, no matter what. We'd all be fucked.
So tell me this: do you think there's another planet out there that just has crazy fucking aliens there?
There is a possibility.
Wouldn't that be insane?
What do you mean,
there is the possibility. The universe is big enough,
crazy,
like a jungle.
I agree. It's vast enough.
You're talking like Avatar kind of
dinosaurs. Well, we had dinosaurs on our planet. We had these big old fucking raptors and that fucking ate us, right? We were cavemen and shit. I think we had a. Well,
actually, I don't know about that cave.
You're saying it's probably
that's getting a
else. Yeah,
then you gotta go into the evolution.
Well, they said they've been in 2 and 2 together.
No, they were more in they were in that mammoth time, more the caveman.
Yeah,
mammoths.
That's
and
the
saber-tooths. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before that, it was like
Jurassic, Cretaceous.
Yeah, we were still little tiny mammal things.
Yeah,
we lived underground. They were like little moles, dude. We weren't even monkeys at that point.
Well, the dinosaurs, they had their time.
Yeah,
and they all died.
They got knocked out with the asteroid.
Maybe one of our theories did them in. Maybe it was the aliens.
Well, I don't know. There's the asteroid. Seems like, but then again, there's people all debate that too.
Yeah, a lot of people
just as we are doing.
They say the asteroids, you know, there's a lot of space stuff that could really wreck this world. You know, an asteroid meteor, if that one of those things just, you know, hits us, throws us off course.
I mean, Bruce Willis and Steve Buscemi.
Send them to drill, huh?
Yeah.
Send untrained motherfuckers.
You know that's really stupid because then they would just break up into a bunch of pieces and like fuck the Earth up more. You created from one problem to a ton of problems.
What was that movie? Armageddon, right?
Yeah.
Why would you say a bunch of untrained motherfuckers who've never been to space to drill a hole? Don't you think you can send like trained people to use machines?
No, like don't you have astronauts for this?
Yeah, I'm sure.
What are you guys talking about?
You didn't see that movie?
You never saw Armageddon?
They drill into the asteroid or whatever.
Liv Tyler's in it. She's pretty hot. She's pretty hot in it.
They just kissed and spun around a lot.
You know, I cried a few times.
I feel you.
You made out with their shoulder awkwardly.
There was some tough. When Bruce Willis is there at the end.
No, I think it's when Steve Tyler came out. I'm like,
does he come out of there?
Close my eyes.
That's the song.
But he's like dying, right?
And I miss you, babe. And I don't want to miss you, babe.
See, you just had it. You can't start it without finishing it. Without finishing the line.
Bunch of singers in there.
Sorry.
Girthcast Christmas album.
I always cry. I always get a tear at that part where he presses the button.
I'm really crying.
He's all like, and he has that flashback, and it's like,
My life flashed before my eyes.
So we have another theory. What do you guys think of a plague doing all of us in, killing
That's
all of us?
also possible. Like what about in the one, The Happening, where people just started?
I've never seen The Happening.
Well, I didn't see it, but
like
what if like the plants just start giving off something and we just all start wanting to kill it?
This shit is happening. It's all this shit.
We just don't realize it.
All at once.
They're happening.
I feel like I feel if we're gonna go that way, the Earth is just gonna blow up and we're all gonna be dead. We're all just gonna be like, it's happening. Boom.
Exactly.
And that'll be it. We'll all just be dead.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about it. It's like,
well, that's what if it does? What if we do survive?
I don't know.
What,
I gotta say one of the more unique world-ending theories that we have for our story that we wrote about how the world's gonna end. We have the Rolomite. He did a drawing and it's depicting all these random things happening, and we have monsters in it. We have Godzilla, we have King Kong, we have Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. What do you think of a theory of a monster actually coming up and destroying everything?
Pretty trippy. It's a little more. You could.
But I mean, for to go across the whole world, or is it?
That would have to be a pretty fit fucking monster.
Yeah, it'd have to be a.
How could it travel so fast?
Even as big as a city,
actually, like Godzilla,
we'd still be able to like.
Even he wasn't that fast.
Or try something.
Continent travel, and there's a lot of Earth.
We could bring out like the tanks with the like fucking satellites on them and shoot the rays at it, like in Godzilla.
Well, a monster. Think about it, the bigger it is, the more difficult it is to actually physically move. Like in the movie Cloverfield. They said Cloverfield, the monster, like a lot of things people said were, how could the monster jump so high if it's so big? How could he even walk?
So you're saying modern Godzilla is inaccurate?
Theoretically,
what do you mean, like?
Because he's just way too
quick?
They'd
be like just like way slower.
Yeah, they'd be way slower. They couldn't
to,
physically move.
To move, yeah.
Think of fat people.
What if they
really,
had
really fat people?
The monster had massive muscles or something.
Still, like it's hard for like bigger things to travel distances.
But we're going also by like our type of like physiology and thinking and everything, right? Like things that are bigger. Like,
that is true.
But
what if here with the gravity? Here,
what if an alien, is like somewhere else? It's different,
Hey, that's true,
like Superman.
Something. But if aliens
don't make me start, man.
They would have to
not until the 21st.
Have like their planet would have to be just like ours for them to walk around, huh? Like they'd have to have like a suit or something, huh?
Maybe, yeah. And I doubt a monster.
Because you're talking about our our what do you call that?
They'd have to just have like a big ship that could like blow shit up. I mean, what else?
That would be the most efficient way, right?
That really would
use a vehicle.
No, but I'm talking about them coming down and
like
actually walking.
It'd have to be like that, like Galactus.
Yeah.
Like they'd have to be able to like eat the planet.
So if it was like a big ass alien, like a Godzilla alien, like
Godzilla,
it'd be hard for it to walk. Huh?
Godzilla wouldn't even be big compared to Galactus, though, right?
No,
he'd be like nothing.
If somebody can destroy planets, eat planets, it'd have to be monumentally.
Galactus was pretty slow too, but he's as big as he was. He didn't need to be fast.
Yeah.
There's nowhere you can hide. You just turn around and you'll be on the planet right there.
All right. So it looks like we've exhausted all our theories of how the world can end. So now let's go to the next topic. When is this world going to end? Is it December 21st or is it a later date? Is it tomorrow? What do you guys think? Death Dealer.
That is a tough question, even, to put to myself. Because, like they said, that super volcano thing, it's not... I'm not going to say, like, oh, yeah, the world's going to end tomorrow, today, right now,
Mm-hmm.
But there is always that possibility, because that's the type of thing that's unpredictable. No one can predict it. They have all kinds of earthquake things around it. Even if you did know about it, you wouldn't be able to get away.
Okay.
It's just... Maybe that will happen. It can happen now. It can happen a million years from now, too, also. But we're overdue already for that.
All right. Rollermite, when's this world going to end?
Right now, man.
Right now? Before this Girthcast is over?
Throwing a curveball, man.
Once this Girthcast
It's
is over, that's it.
But how are we going to edit it? We're not going to give us time.
Quiet. It's over. That's how it would be. It's dead silent. Like this wouldn't even be recording.
That's true. All
Unless
right.
there was an earthquake, they'd be running away. I don't know.
Stony Tony, when's this world going to end?
Tomorrow.
Oh, you guys,
You know what? And you know what? I agree with you if aliens come.
Yes.
Aliens can ask whatever the fuck they want. It could be tomorrow. It could be next week. It could be December 20th, just so they could prove all of us wrong.
It'd be more sense because they're more intelligent about it. Nature will just choose whenever the fuck it feels like it.
Yeah.
These guys would come just to come.
The aliens, they,
Be like, fuck you guys.
The aliens would probably come and they would enslave the planet so that they could use it. Fuck Mother Nature. It's gonna master Mother Nature.
No, apparently, like, if they had already mastered all that time travel stuff, our shit wouldn't really be anything, Like, they wouldn't really need our resources or anything. That to come here...
You never know. There's no water anywhere else.
No, but, like about gold and all the metals and stuff, like, there's tons of that shit out there,
I know if they're flying around and
Yeah.
they probably already have, like,
Water, perhaps. I
Water,
guess
there's water here.
I could get at that. But, who knows what if they have water wherever they come from.
We don't know, though.
Yeah, exactly, though. The universe is that vast. Breaking the universe.
That's true, because if we're here, there's probably more Earth planets out there with
it's
water.
Just too big. You
never know.
We haven't got even out there, man. It's ever expanding, so we'll never get out there. We'll die before that. Our race will die.
Okay,
National
so
Geographic.
As we're talking about, we're talking about ending the human race, and everything.
all right, so let's just assume that
black
this world
hole?
is coming to an end. Are you ready? Have you done enough in your life to say, you know what, I've been okay?
I don't
Or
know
can you
ever
defend
ready,
yourself?
Man. How could you say you're ready? No one can
Old
ever
people
be
could
ready.
be ready.
Hey, you know what? Well, I wouldn't say no one's ready. I would say more no one's ready for death, but like, a lot of people accomplish like Bruce Lee. That guy didn't live a long life, but he accomplished pretty much everything he wanted. Everything he wanted to do, he got done.
Okay, that's true. I definitely say, like, old people who've, they've lived a long life, they got kids, they got grandkids, they've owned their houses, they're all retired, they could probably say, you know what, fuck it, I'm good, man, I'm good. Personally, I'm not good.
I'm not.
I'm still too young enough to say, like, oh, yeah, I've done this. No. That's probably why we have our bucket list that we put together on other Daily Girth story, things that we want to do before we die. Stony Tony, what do you say?
I'm sorry, I was thinking about something else.
You know what? I was about to say the same thing because I forgot too. What were we talking about?
You're thinking about, like, okay, like, have you done enough? Would you be ready if the world is ending?
I forgot.
What's happening?
I forgot.
What's happening right now?
I just don't remember myself.
Oh, okay, so
where do we go?
The question
Where
was.
do I live?
The question was. Like, what was the question?
How have you done enough in your life? If the world's ending, can you say, like, oh yeah, I'm cool, man, I've done everything?
No.
I think only
Of course not.
I think old
Team
people.
Girth is way too young to be
No
answering
way.
this question.
I think so too.
There's no question.
I still need that
If we have
$1
some
million.
elderly listeners,
We would need some elderly folks to come in and comment on
I
this.
just
For
never
you
know, maybe
elderly
there's a young
folks out
person.
there,
For you
when you
elderly
say
folks,
you're ready, man.
we're listening to Daily Girth, and I bet you there's 0 of them.
Yeah, grandma, grandpa. No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to listen to this.
Okay, so suppose some apocalyptic thing happens, and some survive. How would we go on from there? Is it just like the movies?
I think it would really depend on each disaster, but it's like what do you mean? Like how so?
Are you ready to like fight people for food and water?
I think you would have to be able to make those choices in that type of world, like because like everything would be. It wouldn't be more about money no more. It'd be like survival trading. What you can trade. What do you know?
You don't know until you're there, right, Rollerman?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So.
You might have to make some hard choices, that's for sure.
True.
Very hard choices. There's stuff you would never think of doing before that.
Selling your butt?
You're the only guy who will always think of that.
Hey, if you sell your butt. Hey, man, if it means that you get food and water for the week,
sell your butt. I'll be like,
okay, Griffiths.
Come
here.
Hey, prostitutes do it all the time, like... There's a post-apocalyptic world. Fuck it. You do what you need to do.
No, but I mean, like, you might need to kill. What I mean more is, like, you might need to kill, you might need to,
True.
Maybe it'll be just like Y2K. Remember when they said Y2K was gonna, like...
I'm pretty sure.
You know
what's so funny? Is that...
They're selling their butts for Y2K.
The funniest thing about it was, it's like, before 2012, everyone was like, oh my god, 2012 doesn't happen. Now 2012 is like, oh, fuck it. It's not gonna happen. Yeah. Everyone pretty much dropped it.
Okay. So
then they're gonna say, "Oh, the Mayan calendar, we read it wrong."
It really is just a new chapter. Like they hit a new calendar. I don't know.
I talked to one guy, Paul. You know that he was saying that it just means it's a new chapter in history.
Yeah,
exactly. It's gonna be turn the page. Yeah,
like finishing a book. Huh?
Yeah, that's the end of that. In
let's start this next thing up.
So
evolution maybe.
See what happens. That whole thing.
Maybe.
I just got hard.
Are you selling your butt?
Oh.
I'm selling it now. It's happening.
Happening. All right. So these are all very good discussion that we've had here. Looks like we're going to be wrapping this up pretty soon. Death Dealer, anything else you want to add?
No.
Okay. Is December 21st, 2012, is it happening?
No.
Okay, good. Rolamites, anything else you want to add?
Just be prepared,
Okay. Is this shit going down? Is this shit going down at the end of this month?
Nah.
Okay. Stony Tony.
You could doubt it.
You're going to sell your butt or what?
Shit is going down, man.
It's going down?
It's going down.
Really?
Tony's ready to sell his butt.
No.
You're going to sell your butt?
Yeah, he's ready. Tony's ready to.
If they have a couple of meals, yeah, sell my butt. Dirty butt.
Hey, you do what you need to do.
Yep.
But,
all right.
Is it happening, though?
Huh?
Is it happening, though, Tony?
Is it happening?
It's happening.
He says it's happening.
No, so you're ready for the
shit's gonna go down.
You're ready for December
21st,
2012.
Yes. You're gonna have to stay
I would just say,
your motherfucking
I know
doors.
I didn't say I want to say anything, but be armed.
Okay.
Yes.
Be armed, everyone, December 21st.
Just in case, man. You
just
never
have
know.
your toys next to you. And tell your kids.
Have your weapons.
Death Dealer has a weapon.
And it's real.
Big
it is
swords.
Real. Yeah, this is not real.
Okay, very good. All right, so I think that's about the end for what we have to say. I don't think December 21st, 2012 is happening, but it was fun talking about it anyway. I'm Mike Cervantes. Good spending time with you guys, and look forward to our next Girthcast. Thank you, everybody.
See you later. I hope that came out.